Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
So today, we're going to get off into one of the commandments. And this commandment that we're going to deal with today is the Sabbath day. And as the brother just finished reading, the whole duty of man is to fear God and keep God's commandments. Let's go over to Exodus chapter 20 and verse 9. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 9. Because many people don't understand that when you go into church on Sunday, that is not the day that God allocated for the Sabbath. That is not the day that God wants us to rest. That is not the day that God wants us not to go to work. If you get into the scriptures, you're going to find that even on the Sabbath day, you wasn't supposed to cook. You wasn't supposed to buy or sell. All these things are in the scriptures. And as you continue to listen to our broadcast, we'll get a little more detailed into it. But today, shortly, we're just going to show you what day is the Sabbath. Without further ado, go ahead and pick it up at Exodus chapter 20, verse 9 and 10. Go ahead, my brother.
And the Lord said unto Moses, Lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with thee, and believe thee forever. And Moses told the words of the people unto the Lord. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go unto the people.
So what we're seeing is that the Lord, and he was in Exodus 19, and we showing that the Lord was giving these commandments to Moses to give to the people. You go read chapter 19 of Exodus, you're going to find that the Lord was giving the commandments to the children of Israel so they could spread to the whole rest of the world. So when you start talking about the Sabbath day, and that is Saturday, the seventh day of the week, instead of the first day of the week, don't come tell me this is the Lord, or this is my Sabbath, or this is the Jewish Sabbath. We're about to find out whose Sabbath this is. Go ahead, my brother. Exodus chapter 20, verse 9 and 10.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy strangers, that is within thy gate.
Go ahead and read 11 too.
For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
Okay, so we're going to go over to Genesis chapter 2. But we see in the commandments, God told us, first of all, he said, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. He said 6 days did he create the heavens and the earth, and on the seventh day, he rested. See, he was giving us the protocol of what we need to do. How dare us think that we don't have to rest, but God did stop his working on the seventh day. But let's go ahead and we're going to get some more scriptures on this. Genesis chapter 2, and we're going to go to verse 2. Genesis chapter 2 and verse 2. Go ahead, brother.
And on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made.
So you see here it said that God sanctified this particular day. He set this day apart, made this day a special day, as we might like to say. But see, some people, they want to get on, well, you know, Jesus, he resurrected off the cross on Sunday morning, and they want to try to tell you this is the Lord's day, Sunday that is. Let's get into the story. Let's find out, when did Jesus really resurrect? On Saturday or Sunday? Or let's find out how this took place. Let's go to Matthew chapter 28, and we're going to pick it up in verse 1. We don't have many scriptures today. We're going to try to make this as quick as possible, but I'm trying to get you to see a few scriptures on what day you need to start worshiping God on. Because what we're going to find out, though, that if you can manage to get this day right, then the Lord can start dealing with you and start opening up your understanding. So let's go pick this up. Matthew chapter 28 and verse 1. Go ahead and read, bro.
In the end of the Sabbath.
So at the end of the Sabbath. Now, at the end of Saturday, that's when this is. Go get a dictionary. Look up Sabbath day. Look up Sunday. Take your time with it. When you read Sunday, It's going to tell you the Christian Sabbath. It's going to say the first day of the week, though. Then when you look up Saturday, it's probably going to say the Jewish Sabbath. Which, by the way, Jewish ain't in the Bible. Jews are Jewish, ain't it? It's going to tell you the Saturday is going to say the Sabbath, and it's going to say the seventh day of the week. So obviously they knew, but we're going to get into the scriptures and let it further expound itself. Go ahead, brother. At the end of the Sabbath, what happened?
At the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn toward the first day of the week, came Mary Magdalene and the other Mary to see the sepulchre.
So like it said, at the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn toward the first day of the week. So they knew when the Sabbath was here. As it began to dawn toward the first day of the week, because the day starts from evening and morning, brothers and sisters, not at 12 o'clock. When the Lord made the heavens and earth, he didn't deal with clocks. He dealt with darkness and light. And the evening and the morning was the first day. So sometime we'll just say, hypothetically, we'll say, I don't know, 3, 4 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, keep reading.
And behold, there was a great earthquake, for the angel of the Lord descended from heaven, and came and rolled back the stone from the door, and sat upon it. His countenance was like lightning, and his raiment white as snow. And for fear of him, the keepers did shake,